Welcome back to another episode of the Lost Codex. We continue our lecture on the history of the Eredar. Today, Archivist Agairun will continue the lecture with Thal'kiel's new magical obsession, the role his apprentice Archimonde played during this time, and the development and expansion of the Ogari Order. We continue where we left off, with Thal'kiel and the dark presence that echoed in his mind.
As the dark voice filled Thal'kiel's mind, the High Wakener was granted a vision of power beyond his wildest dreams, and in that vision, he was surrounded by hordes of twisted, vile servants, eager to obey his every command. These creatures embodied the power of Fel Magic, something the Eredar had never practiced, and in comparison, these demons made the Wakeners' arcane constructs look like the playthings of children. Thal'kiel was shown to summon troves of these lesser demons, and soon, the High Wakener taught his students the same foul practice. In his eyes, a new age for the Eredar had descended upon Argos. But in order to usher in this new age, Thal'kiel had to impress and demonstrate this new magic to the Duumvirate of Argos, Velen, and Kil'jaeden. The Duumvirate and their counselors gathered at Thal'kiel's invitation, and before them stood several arcane constructs that had been summoned by the High Wakener. At his command, the clouds darkened as meteors screamed down from the sky and crashed into the constructs. From their craters rose several monstrous infernals, who turned their fell glowing eyes upon the arcane creatures, and descended upon them with unbridled fury. Thal'kiel then looked upon the Duumvirate, and to his surprise, he did not find the reaction he had expected. Kil'jaeden's expression was distant and reserved. Velen, however, chastised the High Wakener for his demonstration and dismissed this new age as a failed experiment. Thal'kiel's vision had all but crumbled. The High Wakener withdrew into his quarters, and for weeks, his students had little to no contact with their master. From outside his quarters, the shrieks of lesser demons could be heard, and on occasion, darker, more foreboding presences could be felt. After weeks with no food or sleep, Thal'kiel emerged from his chamber and gathered his students. They gazed upon their master, and as a strange glow radiated from his eyes, Thal'kiel looked upon his most faithful and spoke.
A new era begins.
In secret, the Wakeners reinforced their order with the minions of Fel, hiding them behind enchanted wards. The Wakeners were eager to help their master build an army that would allow them to overthrow Velen and Kil'jaeden, and seat Thal'kiel as the ruler of Argos. All of Thal'kiel's students pledged their loyalty, all except one, Thal'kiel's young apprentice, Archimonde. Rumors had once spread of Archimonde coveting Thal'kiel's influence and power, but Thal'kiel had dismissed these quickly, for his apprentice had shown nothing but devotion to his master. Archimonde's betrayal was not guided by his animosity towards Thal'kiel or his new magics. In fact, Archimonde was fascinated and intrigued by the demons. Instead, the young apprentice was driven by ambition and a desire to prove himself to the leaders of the Eredar. Archimonde revealed Thal'kiel's treachery, and both Velen and Kil'jaeden agreed that the Wakener's reckless reach into this new unknown magic was putting all of Argus at risk. Archimonde promised that he would bring them his master's head. Archimonde proved himself to the Duumvirate by shattering the wards that had hidden the Wakeners' activities. With a small force of Vindicators and Ogari, Archimonde stormed the enclave of his former brothers and sisters. Caught off guard, Thal'kiel's forces were overwhelmed as the Vindicators smashed through the demon's ranks.
You will die, traitor.
The Ogari tore through the Fel Magics of the Wakeners. The battle was over quickly, and as the Vindicators held the chained Thal'kiel, Archimonde approached his former master, and with a single swing of his blade, severed Thal'kiel's head from his fel-pocked body. Archimonde led the effort to purge the writings, teachings, and relics of the Wakeners from their domain, ensuring that none of Thal'kiel's foul knowledge would spread throughout the Eredar. In the wake of Thal'kiel's death, Archimonde was hailed a hero, and soon, the young Eredar rose to the rank of Master of the Ogari. With the arcane orders under his control, Archimonde appointed several new leaders within the Conservatory of the Arcane. To replace Thal'kiel and bring order and respect back to the Wakeners, Archimonde appointed an Eredar by the name of Argon to the rank of High Wakener. Under his guidance, Argon led the Wakeners into new frontiers of magic, including the art of soulbinding. Soulbinding allowed the souls of Eredar to be preserved in the frames of gleaming mechanical constructs, allowing an Eredar to serve and resume their duties even after their bodies had withered and succumbed to the ravages of time. Archimonde had also appointed a new leader of the Consulate, an Eredar by the name of Valara. Archconsul Valara continued the study of arcane summoning parallel to the Wakener's order. Under her guidance, she also helped design and create the framework for the shield technology that would be adopted and used in the many cities and villages across Argus. Archimonde, now the master of the Ogari, had obtained the power and respect he had been rumored to covet during his apprenticeship under Thal'kiel. With the Ogari order under his control, the Arcane Conservatory resumed their studies in pursuit of knowledge. For a time, peace had once more descended upon Argus.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Lost Codex. If you enjoyed our video today, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Or don't and give it a thumbs down. That is up to you. We'd like to give a big shout out to all of our patrons who have supported us thus far and have made these videos possible. Your continued support means the world to us, so thank you. If you'd like to support our creative process on Patreon, visit our page at patreon.com/thelostcodex and check out the many rewards and behind-the-scenes bonuses we offer. Don't forget to check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can also find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/lostcodexlore. Thank you very much for tuning into this episode, and we'll see you guys next time.